Have you ever felt like there's something operating beneath the surface of reality? Like invisible currents are steering your life in directions you can't quite explain. You're not imagining it. Today we're diving into 12 fundamental laws that don't just influence your life, they create it. Each one holds a key. And once you understand how they work, you'll never see your reality the same way again. Let's begin. Everything has two sides. Light doesn't exist without darkness. Joy means nothing without pain. Hot only makes sense because cold exists. This is the law of polarity, and it's not just philosophical poetry. It's the operating system of existence. But here's what most people miss. These opposites aren't enemies. They're partners. They're two ends of the same stick, and you can't pick up one without the other. The magic happens when you stop resisting this truth. When you're in the darkness, remember, you're not stuck there. You're on one end of a spectrum, and that means the light is always within reach. Every painful moment is pregnant with growth. Every setback is a setup. The contrast isn't there to break you, it's there to wake you. When you embrace polarity, you stop being a victim of your circumstances. You become the alchemist who sees gold in the mud. Dreams are beautiful, intentions are powerful, but neither one moves mountains. Only action does. The law of action is brutally simple. If you want your life to change, you have to do something different. Thinking about it, talking about it, visualizing it, none of that counts unless your feet start moving. And here's the truth bomb. It doesn't have to be a massive leap. The universe doesn't need you to go from zero to hero overnight. It just needs you to start. One small step, then another, then another. Momentum doesn't care about perfection, it cares about consistency. A tiny action today compounds into transformation tomorrow. The key is showing up, even when you don't feel ready, because motion creates emotion, action builds belief, and belief, that's the fuel that turns your dreams into your reality. Stop waiting for the right time. The right time is always now. Everything is energy, including you. At the quantum level, nothing is still. Your body, your thoughts, your emotions, they're all vibrating at specific frequencies. And here's where it gets wild. Those frequencies are magnetic. You're not just existing in this universe, you're broadcasting a signal, and the universe, it's responding in kind. When you vibrate at the frequency of fear, lack, or resentment, you magnetize more of the same. When you shift into gratitude, possibility, and love, your entire energetic field transforms, and so does what shows up in your life. This isn't woo-woo, it's physics wrapped in mystery. The objects around you that seem solid and motionless, they're buzzing with atomic activity, part of an infinite web where everything influences everything else. You have more control than you think. By consciously choosing your thoughts and emotions, you're literally tuning the radio dial of your life. Change the frequency, change the station. Nothing is random, nothing. Every single thing happening in your life right now is a result of something you did, thought, or believed in the past. This is the law of cause and effect, and it's the most empowering and terrifying truth you'll ever face. You are not a victim of circumstances, you are the author of them. Every action creates a ripple. Every choice sets off a chain reaction. The universe doesn't play favorites, it just mirrors back what you put in. When you truly absorb this, everything changes. You stop blaming, you stop complaining, you start creating. The question becomes, what am I planting today that I want to harvest tomorrow? This is where you shift from reactive to proactive, from passenger to pilot. You're not just responding to life, you're architecting it, brick by brick, choice by choice. Energy never dies, it just changes form. This is the law of perpetual transmutation, and it's a direct message from the cosmos. You are not stuck. Whatever negative energy, toxic pattern, or limiting belief you're carrying, it can be transformed. Your past doesn't define you. Your current circumstances don't imprison you, because energy is fluid. It wants to move, shift, and evolve. Your thoughts are energy, your emotions are energy, and through conscious intention, you can transmute them into something higher, something better. Anger can become fuel, pain can become purpose, fear can become faith. You are the alchemist. The raw material is always available. The only question is, are you willing to do the work? Like attracts like. It's that simple and that profound. The law of attraction isn't about wishing on a star and waiting for magic. It's about understanding that your inner world creates your outer world. Your dominant thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are constantly sending out signals. And the universe, it's a perfect mirror. It reflects back exactly what you're broadcasting. If you're trapped in scarcity thinking, guess what shows up? More scarcity. If you're marinating in negativity, don't be shocked when your life feels heavy and dark. But flip the script. Nurture thoughts of abundance, possibility, and gratitude, and watch how quickly the external world rearranges itself to match. This isn't about ignoring reality or pretending problems don't exist. It's about choosing the lens through which you see life. And that lens, it shapes everything. Life is a dance, and every dance has a rhythm. The law of rhythm reminds us that nothing stays the same forever. Everything moves in cycles, highs and lows, wins and losses, seasons of growth and seasons of rest. This isn't punishment, it's design. Just like the tide comes in and goes out, your life will have expansions and contractions. The key is not to resist the rhythm, it's to flow with it. When you're in a low phase, don't panic. It's temporary, the high is coming. When you're riding a wave of success, don't get complacent. Honor it, but stay grounded. Understanding rhythm gives you resilience. You stop taking the lows personally, and you stop clinging to the highs desperately. You just ride the wave, knowing the ocean has its own intelligence. Trust the rhythm. It's never broken a promise. The universe keeps receipts. The law of compensation is about balance and fairness. Every action, every intention, every bit of energy you put out will come back to you, not as punishment or reward, but as natural equilibrium. Give generously, you'll receive generously. Cut corners, expect shortcuts in your results. But here's the catch. The universe operates on its timeline, not yours. The return might not come immediately. It might not come in the form you expect, but it will come. This law invites patience and faith. It asks you to trust the unseen ledger, to believe that your good deeds, your sacrifices, your growth, it's all being accounted for. Act with integrity, give from the heart, and let the universe handle the math. Nothing is good or bad until you decide it is. The law of relativity teaches us that our perception creates our reality. The same event can destroy one person and awaken another, because meaning isn't in the event itself, it's in how we relate to it. Your struggles are not objectively heavy or light. They're only heavy or light compared to something else. And comparison, that's a trap. Your journey is yours alone. Measuring it against someone else's path is like comparing a mountain to an ocean. They're both magnificent, but in completely different ways. This law cultivates compassion for yourself and others. Everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. And your battle, it's molding you into someone extraordinary. Stop comparing. Start appreciating. Your path is perfect for you. As within, so without. The law of correspondence reveals a stunning truth. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. What you see around you, the relationships, the opportunities, the obstacles, they're all mirrors showing you what's happening inside. If your external life feels chaotic, look inward. Chances are your mind is a storm. If your relationships are toxic, examine your relationship with yourself. This isn't blame, it's power. Because if your outer world reflects your inner world, then changing your circumstances starts with changing your consciousness. Want more peace? Cultivate inner stillness. Want better relationships? Heal your internal wounds. Want abundance? Shift your internal beliefs about worthiness. The external follows the internal, always. You are not separate. You never were. The principle of unity states that everything in existence is interconnected. We're all threads in the same cosmic tapestry, waves in the same infinite ocean. Your actions ripple outward, touching lives you'll never meet. Your energy contributes to the collective frequency of humanity. You matter more than you realize. When you harm another, you harm yourself. When you uplift another, you uplift yourself. There is no them, there's only us. This awareness transforms how you move through life. Every choice becomes sacred. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to contribute to the harmony of the whole. You are both a single note and part of the symphony. Play your note beautifully. Everything contains both masculine and feminine energy, including you. The law of gender isn't about biological sex. It's about the universal forces of doing and being, action and reception, logic and intuition. Masculine energy builds, protects, and pursues. Feminine energy nurtures, receives, and creates. Both are necessary, both are powerful, and both exist within every human being. The magic happens when you honor both, when you balance the drive to achieve with the wisdom to rest, when you pair assertiveness with empathy, when you merge strategy with intuition. This isn't about fitting into boxes. It's about integrating the full spectrum of who you are. When you do, you become whole, unstoppable, magnetic. Embrace both sides. You were never meant to choose. These 12 laws aren't theories. They're not suggestions. They're the invisible architecture of reality, the code running beneath everything you experience. Most people live their entire lives without knowing these laws exist, but not you. You're still here. That means something. You're not ordinary. You're not a passive observer. You're a conscious creator beginning to remember how powerful you really are. This is just the beginning, the surface. There are depths we haven't even touched yet. If this resonated, like, subscribe, and share it. Drop your insights below, and stay tuned, because once you start seeing these laws in action, you'll never stop. The universe has been waiting for you to wake up. Welcome home.